Live and local, this is Good Day Oregon Plus.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Good Day Oregon Plus. Thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Nibbler, live here from the Fox 12 Oregon studio. We had quite a lot of weather here earlier this week, as you're well aware, with the atmospheric river. And what that brought to the northwest was so much rain. One of the things we were looking out for were potential landslides, and it does sound like one has happened. This is near the Oregon coast on Highway 229. And joining us right now, we have Mindy from the Oregon Department of Transportation just to talk about this. And Mindy, I guess to start off, you know, just to get this out of the way, was there was nobody hurt during this. Is that correct?
No, this is a very low used highway. And we got some early reports that there were some buildings in the area. There are no people involved. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, as well as the Oregon State Police, have been out on site. So yeah, this landslide is very big. Very big.
Okay, and so this is, yeah, milepost 14 and 15. I know we've got some images of it as well. Of some, I mean, that is, if that was where the road was, that is a massive amount.
That is where the road was. Exactly.
Wow.
We're really unsure of what's underneath that. We are assuming that the road is gone.
Wow. So it's completely, yeah, it looks like some trees coming down as well. About how long is this slide?
We still are not 100% sure. Crews currently are on site right now. We have a drone being flown right now to get that bigger overhead picture of actually how big this is. I just got notified a few minutes ago that there is still movement in that area. So it's still actively moving.
Wow. So there's potential this could get even bigger from where it's at right now.
Yes.
When it comes to something like this, which, I mean, that is so much. Even if that was just 10 feet right there, that is a lot. But I mean, since it's so long, you're getting a drone to figure out how big this is. I mean, that is a massive.
I mean, yeah, and it could be one big slide. It could be a couple of slides. We just can't see between. That drone footage that we are hoping to get in the next hour or so and share with everyone will really give us a better picture of what size this is.
Are landslides of this size or magnitude, or multiple ones, even if that's what it is strung together, is that fairly common? Is that something that you see every year, or is this a bit of an outlier?
Again, it's probably a little bit too early to say this, but we are getting reports that this is the biggest that a lot of our staff have seen.
Wow. And when you do have something this big, how do you go about removing that and cleaning that up? And I granted, you know, you have no idea how big it is right now, but is there a general procedure on how something like this, you know, happens?
I mean, again, I think that the best practice at ODOT is slow and steady. We want to make sure that when we start the cleanup that we do it safely. So we really need to wait until that slide has really stopped moving. We have teams on site, including our geotechnical crews, out there really assessing the situation. Again, that drone footage is going to be key on any plans that we can get established and really any timelines in which we can get this cleaned up. But, you know, it's going to take a long time. This is a long-term closure.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And just to go back to what we were talking about at the beginning, so we don't believe there's any injuries or anything like that. Was there any structural damage, any buildings there, or is this just so remote it's mostly wildland right there?
Yeah, I think that the early reports is there was a couple of buildings. I don't know what those are. That would really be a great question for Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, the Oregon State Police. Yeah, all I have right now is information on the road.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, we'll touch base with them, but that is huge. You know, when you do get that drone footage, is that anything that we'll be able to see?
Absolutely. We already have our Flickr album up and ready to go as soon as we get cell service there. Of course, there's no cell service in that location, so even the photos, our crews having to take them and drive, 10 miles down the road to get them to us. So the same with the drone footage. We're going to get that. Where crews on site are watching it as it's being recorded to get that better picture. And as soon as he gets back to cell service, he will get that uploaded, and we will put it in our Flickr album for the world to see.
All right, Mindy, thank you very much. Anything else that is important just associated with this landslide for the public to know?
Just because we are continue to see high water in locations, we have been actively dealing with high water on this highway in this location. Yesterday afternoon, we did a sink repair on 229, just north of where the slide is, milepost 9. So this has been an issue and a location we've been monitoring all week. Again, we still have some high water, and people need to be aware not to drive through the really high water. If you can see the pavement, slow down, go slow, and watch out for slides.
Have there been any other major slides that you're aware of?
Nope, not yet. But again, it's a lot of moisture. We still have a little rain coming down in some areas. The next 24, 48 hours, we're really going to be watching.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us to share the information and get those pictures out, and we'll see how big this ends up being. But thank you, Mindy.
You're welcome.
And again, we're live here with Good Day Oregon Plus, so thanks for joining us. And this is part of what we get to do is bring you some of the breaking news like that. What we're going to do right now is, let's check what time it is. Let's take just a quick break, and we'll come back, and we're going to keep you up to date on some of those other stories that we're covering. We're also going to check back in with Spencer Schott, who is walking with the Hillsborough High students for the ICE protest. So a lot more happening here as we head towards our noon hour, but we'll talk to you in just a couple of minutes. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Good Day Oregon Plus. Thank you, Mindy.